Rain splattered against the glass windows of the lonely diner on Highway 46, the kind of place people only stopped at when they'd lost their way or themselves. Evelyn Hart, the world-renowned billionaire CEO of Hartech Industries, pushed open the creaky door, her heels echoing across the tiled floor. She wasn't here for food. She was running from noise, the endless meetings, fake smiles, and boardroom betrayals. Her life was a blur of glass towers and glowing screens. But tonight, she just wanted silence. She slid into a corner booth, pulling her designer coat tighter. The diner smelled of burnt coffee and rain-soaked pavement. A song from the 2000s hummed faintly on the jukebox. She took a deep breath, and then froze. A familiar voice said gently, "What can I get you, ma'am?" Evelyn looked up, and her world stopped. The man standing before her had faint stubble, a tired smile, and eyes she once used to wake up beside. Daniel Reed. Her ex-husband. Her first love. The man she'd left behind when her startup took off 10 long years ago. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. Daniel blinked, professional, polite, as if she were just another customer. "Coffee? Or something to eat?" he asked, not a hint of emotion in his tone. She nodded slowly. "Coffee. Black." He gave a brief nod and walked away. As he moved toward the counter, she noticed the limp in his step, one she didn't remember. His hands, once smooth and steady from engineering, now trembled slightly as he poured coffee. Her heart clenched. She'd left this man for ambition, for skyscrapers and fame. And now he was serving her in a roadside diner. When he returned with her cup, Evelyn tried to speak, but the words tangled. "Daniel. I didn't expect." He cut her off quietly. "A lot of things happen we don't expect, Evelyn." Silence filled the air. She wanted to tell him everything, that she wasn't happy, that her empire felt empty without him. But he turned away, helping another customer. Outside, thunder rolled. Inside, a woman who owned everything in the world realized she had nothing that truly mattered. As she sipped her coffee, she noticed a photograph on the counter, Daniel with a little girl, no older than 7, smiling with missing teeth. Her chest tightened. He has a daughter. And as she saw the bracelet on the girl's wrist, a heart charm engraved with Daddy's little star, Evelyn's fingers trembled. 10 years ago, Daniel had given her the same bracelet. She whispered to herself, "Oh, Daniel, what happened to us?" But the answer came not from words, only from the way he looked at her later that night, like she was a memory that had already died. The storm outside raged harder, lightning illuminating the diner's fogged-up windows. Evelyn remained seated long after her coffee had gone cold. Daniel wiped tables, avoiding her gaze. But finally, when the last customer left, he came over. "You're still here," he said softly. I wanted to talk," Evelyn replied, her voice breaking. "Please." He hesitated, then sat across from her. The years between them felt like a wall neither could climb. "I thought you'd be in Paris or New York," he said. "Running your empire." "I was," she said bitterly. "Until it ran me instead." He looked at her, really looked at her. The confident woman he once loved now had eyes tired of pretending. "You left, Evelyn. You chose your dream. I never blamed you for that." "But I blamed myself," she whispered. "Every day." Daniel exhaled slowly, staring at his hands. "After you left, I stayed in the city a while. Tried to keep the business we started together alive, but it failed. My mother got sick. I came back here to take care of her. Then I met someone, a kind woman. She gave me hope again. We had Lily." Evelyn's throat tightened. "She's beautiful," she said softly. "She was," Daniel murmured. "Cancer took her 3 years ago." The silence that followed was heavier than any storm. Evelyn's eyes filled. "I'm so sorry, Daniel." He nodded, voice steady. "Life doesn't ask for apologies. It just keeps going." She reached across the table, tears falling. "You were the best part of my life, Daniel. I thought success would fill the emptiness you left. But it never did. He looked at her hand, then into her eyes, searching, remembering. Evelyn. I'm not the same man you left. My world is smaller now, but it's real. My daughter is my life. I can't go back. She smiled sadly. I know. I didn't come to take you back. I just needed to see if I destroyed everything or if something good still came from it. Daniel's eyes softened. You didn't destroy me, Evelyn. You taught me how to start again. Tears streamed down her face as she stood to leave. Then maybe I can learn that too. She placed a check on the table, not money, but a letter. This is for Lily. A scholarship fund in her name. I want her to have every door I closed on us. Daniel opened it, stunned. Evelyn, you don't have to. She shook her head. I want to. As she turned to go, he called out, Evelyn. She stopped, trembling. Thank you for remembering who we were. She smiled through her tears. I never forgot. Outside, the rain had stopped. The sky was breaking open, faint sunlight spilling through gray clouds. Evelyn got into her car and looked back at the diner one last time, where her story began, and where a different kind of ending found her. For the first time in years, she didn't feel like a CEO. She felt human. And as her car disappeared down the wet highway, Daniel stood by the window, whispering to himself, Goodbye, Evelyn, and thank you for letting me heal.